Hi there, my name's Whitney and welcome to TEFLPros. TEFLPros is your online source for learning how to teach English overseas and online. On today's call, we sat down with our recent grad, Shayenna, to hear all about her experience on our TEFLPros Plus course. Hey, Shayenna.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Doing well.
Big congrats on graduating from the program.
Thank you.
And you're out and about in New York City, is that correct?
That's right. I'm in Williamsburg in Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah, I love the scene behind you there. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for taking some time out of your day and hopping on a call and just sharing a bit about your experience. We appreciate it. Would you mind sharing with folks a little bit about kind of what your life was like prior to getting your TEFL certification?
Yeah. So, I mean, basically, I was doing a lot of like volunteer work, and I was helping in some classrooms where they would teach English actually. I also did like some tutoring on the side, basically just any way that I can help other people learn something because I kind of like to share knowledge. So this though made me feel like doing this gave me more like I don't know, like a certification. So now it feels more official that I can share knowledge and have like a certificate to like back me up. So but yeah.
Nice. And do you mind sharing like the industry that you work in? Because I think it's really cool that
Oh
you're
yeah.
making this transition. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I am working construction management actually. So I manage literally construction renovations. And I mean, that's another reason too that I like the TEFL because a lot of my guys that work on site, their first language is Spanish and not English. So a lot of the time we like help each other because like I'm not fluent in Spanish, but I know enough. They're not like fluent in English, but they know enough. So we're able to like help each other. And then we're like, thank you for helping me. And they're like, thank you for helping me. So it kind of works out. And now I know even more and I feel really comfortable actually sharing. Like in New York, you meet a lot of people from other countries all the time, actually, and most of them don't feel like they speak English well, but they do. They really do. And I always tell them, I'm like, you do a really good job. And so I feel comfortable now, like stepping in more to be like, oh no, it's this way or that way. And it comes off as very friendly. And honestly, people really appreciate it. You know, they would prefer you help and tell them than them keep saying something wrong and you're never, like helping out. But they really appreciate it. And now, again, it's like now I actually have the background and I've learned so much more. So I feel like I am really able to help in a hopefully in a larger way than just the people I'm meeting like locally. But yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing that. I just think it's so cool that just the interplay there with like what's already happening in your daily life and how a TEFL plays into that and how it will assist you later on in teaching lessons in a classroom or online. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
It's true. It's really true. I mean, so many people want to learn. Like when I've even traveled in other countries, it's like they know English because they always watch the movies, right? They watch the movies. That's how they educate themselves the most. It's all like Hollywood stuff. And then when you speak it, you can see like excitement like in people's eyes. Like I went to Argentina not long ago and like they had some people their parents will send them to school and they get to learn English, but most people don't get that opportunity. But I had met two people who did, but they didn't use the English after like the primary school. So when I went there and I started talking, he was like so happy because he got to use the English that he had learned before. And it was like it's like almost exercising a muscle like again and again. So it's like people really like it. I don't know, they appreciate it. And I think it's cool. I don't know.
Oh,
But
that's so neat. So I'm really curious. So as you were going through the program and studying on the course, was there anything specifically that stood out to you or like really helped you in developing these skills that you can now apply to your daily life, even right now in New York City?
Yeah, I think for me, I really liked watching all of the videos that you have of them actually like in person. I think that's really helpful because you can kind of see how students react and different types of students are reacting to different information. You know, you can see it sometimes who's looking confused, who's got it. And then you can also see where like the teacher, I mean, in real time, you know, it's not as easy to be perfect, obviously, right? You're not perfect, but you can see like where you're able to also make slight changes or do different techniques to in that same maybe scenario, which I think it's good to like see it in real time because we are gonna make mistakes, right? And some things are gonna happen, um, but at least you can see it on all of those lessons, and you're able to like use that information and be able to hopefully implement it in your own class and make any corrections that you need. But I think those were the best for me and most helpful was listening to those interactions. Uh,
Yeah, it's nice, when you're watching a classroom observation video, it brings the lesson plans to life. Like you
mhm.
spend so much time sitting there writing a
Writing,
lesson plan, but then
yeah,
you don't know how to translate it into the real world. It's not
yeah.
as useful.
I was crazy. I was listening, writing, and I was typing. I did all of them because I was like, they tell you, right, like your different ways of learning. It's like to put it in your brain. I'm like, I'm gonna listen, I'm gonna use my hand, and I'm gonna type it. And then like I saved it. So I have like a journal where I've written everything, my computer full of files. I'm like, oh, I don't know. Trying, absorbing.
There you go. Yeah, all different methods for obtaining the information, getting it in there. Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. Well, do you have any advice for folks out there, Shanna, who are like, maybe I should give TEFL a try?
Yeah, I think you should always try something that you're interested in. I mean, even if it becomes a hobby or like I said, you're meeting people out in the world or making friends with people who want to learn. I mean, you're learning to just help your friends even at that point. So I think you should just do it anyway because you can then take that information and use it in a smaller impact, or you can take it in a larger classroom setting or online, right, and teach multiple people. But I think anything you're trying to learn, like keep learning. I mean, we should always keep learning new things all the time, like no matter what it is. So just I would say just do it if you have like a feeling you should do it. It's important.